Hi, little kitten.
Don't buy it, whatever it is.
It's
Hello.
probably an ad for Amazon or something, just to spite me.
Oh.
So then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Into the Maelstrom. We had a little bit of fun last week, didn't we? Some gods had a somewhat polite conversation with us without attempting to manipulate us for once.
It was a nice change.
Yes. We played diplomat between two orc clans, and Jeremiah did a good job to everyone's surprise, including his own.
He hated it.
Let's be honest, I'm a carpenter, not a diplomat.
Tired Jim. I'm a carpenter, not a diplomat. But, with that
Who
being
is
said,
Jim?
Dungeon Master Seph, would you like to tell us a story?
Yeah.
Oh, you've just basically covered all the bases there.
Yeah, you have to tell
But
the
yes.
rest of the story.
Yes. The party encountered the goddesses Elistre and Hyatea, the goddesses of the hunt for the drought and giants respectively. In doing so, they found the younger sister of one of the local orc chieftains, and upon returning to their tribe, the chieftains gave them a mission to meet with the other orc tribe and basically clear up the entire situation. Jeremiah stepped in rather admirably and did a good job of negotiating the peace, and the party were allowed to spend the night. We continue the story as they start to settle into the little hut they've been allowed to stay in.
You know, they're very amicable folks. Some other tribes are less so. I mean,
So you're saying we just lucked up? I don't think so, Mr. Diplomat. You did a good job.
yeah, I mean, spent 2 years with an orc tribe. Kinda does that, yeah.
That reminds me, I still gotta get round to teaching you guys Draconic sometime. Storm just kind of waggles a finger in Squish and Jeremiah's direction. And you've got to teach me Orc. I believe that was the arrangement, right, Jeremiah?
Well, I do believe so, yes. Otherwise, I would have to teach you how to build a house with a timber frame.
Tempting offer.
Well, maybe we can put both in when all this is over.
Aye, then we'll have enough time to give each other lessons.
Yes, plus I still owe you a drink at that tavern that I spoke of.
Ah, yes, in Waterdeep, center of the universe.
Yes, it seems everybody's passing through it, apparently. Well, everyone from the mainland.
The thing is, not wrong. The Yorick portal is like the center of the D&D multiverse.
Very much.
Yep.
So, what time is it right now, Seph?
I would say it's early evening.
Have we already been fed, or is that coming a bit later?
That's coming a little bit late. You were told to basically go to the little tavern and basically Gelgard would have something arranged.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be surprised if the meat's a little bit more raw than you might be used to.
Jeremiah, please. I'm a cat. That's not really going to be too much of a problem.
I'm just saying, it's,
The vast majority of my diet before I started hanging out with you guys was raw and wriggling.
well, I think usually there's as far as I know, most orc cooks tend to have their meat at least dead.
What about you, Sammy? You any objections to raw meat?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, as certain instincts override sometimes, but I have objections as a former human.
Yeah, kobolds can eat anything in a pinch. Like, literally rocks are valid. Get
Yeah, I
nutrients from
heard that.
anything if you need to.
Well, you can certainly get more iron in your diet that way.
Ha! But yes, I'm pretty sure the orcs are going to cook their food, Jeremiah.
Yeah, it's likely though. But if the chef learns that I've been with orcs for a while, well, at least they wouldn't. They will probably plop it the proper style in front of me.
You'll get your steaks blue. Ha!
Yes.
Why are they blue? Are they turning bad?
No, it's because the chef apparently.
Blue meat. That sounds too weird.
It just means that it's raw.
Yes, basically a secret serving option for steak.
Just call it raw. It's weird. No need to change the color of it. Why would you paint the meat blue? It's weird.
I think they call it that because blood sometimes looks a little bit bluish.
Mm-hmm. So, we got a cat.
Looks at her green veins.
That of most animals.
You're being really
Squish.
confusing, Jeremiah.
Yeah, but
It
we
is
love him
confusing.
anyway.
It is confusing.
So, our little, hut or cabin or whatever, are we all just sharing one big room?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
No,
No
you
whoopee
cannot.
for now.
You cannot have private time. Sorry about that. As I said, they sometimes live whole family in a hut like this.
Yeah, but I bet the orcs aren't so squeamish about it.
Yeah, that they aren't. That they aren't. They get it. They're getting their education pretty early on. Why are you laughing?
Oh, it's just funny.
It seemed like you were a little bit ashamed
What?
that they do it this way.
No, it's just a shame that you're not all orcs in that case. Then me and Squish could go to town. Oh, I shouldn't say that so loudly around the children.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to behave, I swear, Squish. It's just hard to around you.
Just nudges your shin. Alright, little ones.
Storm just makes a gesture of zipping his mouth shut.
So,
Alright.
we're camping here for tonight. And then in the morning we need to go out and try and find this dragon.
first we need to report back, and then
Oh, yeah, we need to do that too.
We don't necessarily need to track down the dragon right away. We have our own prior engagements.
yes,
But I think on the way back through, I could probably see if the local critters know anything about our friend.
You didn't interrogate a squirrel? They always lie.
I mean, yeah, but she's presenting as a druidic figure, so if anyone's going to know what she's up to, it's probably the animals.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
You know, she could just, come up, taunt us some more, and then just sod off. Since she seems so convinced that we won't be able to stop her. but that's not a reliable option. So I'd rather try the little critters. That may not be all that willing, but I still got something. Storm pulls out the potion of animal friendship he's been hanging on to for a while. They're probably wary of hunters, but this should even things out. And he puts it back in his inventory.
As I said, since she's so focused on playing games, it's a shame that Orla isn't here. She would probably have a lot of puzzles that might even stump a dragon.
Yeah, it's a shame, but she seems pretty dead set on protecting Ark right now.
Yeah.
Duty of Bahamut and all that.
Yeah, that is true.
So what's our plan if she decides to try to play games with us?
Well, what kind of games are you thinking?
I don't know. 3 Dragon Ante? Ante chuckles because even he knows it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't think she carries around a chess set.
Oh, Jeremiah. Her chess set is the maiden's grounds, and we are the pieces.
Indeed we are.
But let's not get too wrapped up about that right now. She may just ignore us for the time being.
Yeah. Until we become a little bit too, obvious.
Oh yeah, there's also one more thing, and I wonder if it's something you guys have forgotten about.
What do you mean?
Well, do you remember who else is on this island?
Oh, I almost forgot that Haramon's here.
Me too. Just occurred to me a little while ago. He's here with his tentacle tadpole.
Yeah,
So I might ask the little critters if they've seen him about as well.
yeah. Oh, I just had the worst idea.
Yeah, do share with the class.
It's, if he took over the mind of a dragon, I mean, that was kind of the plan the first time. Tadpole.
Squish
Would you just-
suddenly looks a little concerned and just kind of hugs her little son close to herself.
I'm talking of someone who is much easier to corrupt than Midnight. Midnight's a good boy, after all.
Yes, but he's still just a baby. No little mind slug's gonna mess him up. Right, little guy?
No, we won't let that happen to him. I'm just saying, if the player and the mind melder put their minds together, we might have a little bit of trouble.
You're not wrong there, Jeremiah. There's a lot of pieces on this board right now.
Yeah, and it feels like we're not playing chess on just a regular board. It's like someone stacked a few of them on top of one another. Like some sort of 3-dimensional chess.
Well, that's just a wacky concept.
Yeah, I know.
But it's
Well, it's like
dimensional. It's not like it's flat on paper.
She's not wrong, Jeremiah. So maybe we're talking 4th-dimensional chess.
Now my brain is hurting.
It already is, because the 4th dimension is time.
I'm sorry, and you think you're dumb, Squish?
Squish, have you eaten a book recently?
Why is my nose bleeding? I smell toast! Ah! Squish knows a lot of things. She doesn't know that she knows them.
Oh no, Squish realised she's smart and the pain of gaining +2 intelligence causes her to nosebleed. Okay.
Look, I have a +0 intelligence, but a +1 to wisdom, so I don't know what that means.
I'm sorry, I just love the concept that occasionally Squish will come out with this really intelligent thing and they'll just be like, what?
Yeah.
I did a smart...
Next, you're telling me that all matter is made out of very, very small things that no one can see,
it's
and
just
people
silly.
believe you can't see, and people believe you can't take apart any further. But they're wrong. You can always chop a tree down even further. I've tried.
Anyway, there's no real point in continuing.
Yeah, I was just trying to be a little bit funny.
Yes, like I
Very
said.
funny to me, Jeremiah. Pat his knee.
Aww. Yes, it's like I said back in Arcadia. We do have a tendency to run away with ourselves, don't we, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
So how about we quit the speculation and go get a drink or something?
I like that idea.
You want me to order?
Well, you're probably
Make your
going to
way.
talk to them, so probably a best idea.
Okay, you make your way through the village to the tavern. Behind the bar is this pretty hefty-looking orc. He just looks you up and goes, "Well, she didn't tell me that you guys were coming in. How can I get you?"
Was that in common?
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, she told you that they don't speak common, that they don't speak orc. He says in orc.
Well, yeah, we kind of can all speak common here, but we tend to keep just orcish when we're around ourselves.
Mm.
Nope.
You do?
Hello, I see.
Hello.
Did you just have some issues?
Yeah, and there it goes. Okay. Screen loaded in for me.
Yeah, took a while for me too.
Yeah.
The orc tavern owner kind of puts down a chalked up menu. You take a quick look at.
Ooh. You know, I'm up for this stewed venison and mushrooms with the tankard of bitter. That sounds like a lovely meal.
It does sound good. I'll take 2, except one with milk instead of bitter.
Just as well. Orcish ale is much stronger than anything you'll be used to.
That's for my son. I want the bitter.
Yeah, make one. And she said, Jeremiah's stepping in. Yeah, one of the venisons. You could leave it blue.
He smiles and nods and says a few quick words in Orcish round through to the kitchen. Tallies up the amount you owe him, which comes to...
Yeah, I didn't order yet. Sorry about that.
Before I forget, better add a trout for Bolt as well.
Okay.
And boiled eggs and dried artichoke with a tankard of bitter instead of meat.
And
I'd
Timmy's gonna have
say- Oh, you go on.
Tim's gonna have the roast chicken.
Ardeth orders the roast chicken for Anarchy. And Alistair has the roast chicken as well. So in total, I'd say it comes to about 2 gold pieces.
Squish will pull 2 gold pieces out of their little pouch.
He examines them a little and goes, "Yep, looks good to me. Be out in about 20 minutes."
I was gonna say I meant them myself, but people don't like that joke.
It's more of a we don't usually get much in the way of coinage here.
Oh, okay.
I presume you normally just trade goods, yes?
Usually, but sometimes we go into town, but just not often enough to necessitate having a large supply of coin.
Makes sense to me. Don't exactly need a bank out here.
Oh,
That's very true indeed.
Money just slows you down on the field, after all.
Exactly.
And Jeremiah gives the orc a toothy grin.
Yup.
We're understanding one another.
You bet. The tavern owner quickly gathers up your drinks and places them down in front of you all.
Okay. Bolt just like immediately dunks his head into the mug of bitter. Starts laughing it up. And Storm's actually trying to like pull him away. He's like, Bolt, come on, at least have your right trout first. Come on, son. We have to mediate a bit. We have to set an example for medieval anarchy.
Can you make me a constitution check for Bolt, please?
There we go. 21. Not bad, son.
Yep. Yeah, he's fine.
Bolt pulls his head out, kind of caws sheepishly, and starts nipping and like tearing at his trout, quite contently.
Wait, how is this trout already here?
Whoops. Well, he'll do so when it gets here.
Right.
As you sit there waiting, there's a bard playing in the corner. She's kind of, you can tell she's not quite confident with the instrument yet. She's quite young, but you can tell that she does have some talent to her.
Yeah.
Just playing something simple, just to keep the mood light.
Aww. Yeah, Storm will raise his tankard to her and give a little polite clap before he takes a sip. She's doing a good job.
She smiles and nods.
Yeah.
It's not long before the food is brought out and it's carefully placed in front of you by the owner. He refreshes your drinks for an extra silver piece. So
I got it. Filling it up for everyone and tossing him a silver.
Well, there you go, Bolt. You got a head start, and now you can finish your trout before you drink some more. Looks like you're gonna enjoy more than the rest of us. So, out of curiosity... Oh, sorry, you first, Jeremiah.
I mean, some of the bitters I've seen some orcs pull. Let's just say town holds nothing to compared to the size of your head next morning.
Really?
Yeah, some of them really, really strong.
I will finish my meal first before taking a hearty enough sip to find out just how, my head's going to be feeling tomorrow morning.
well, if it's anything like the stuff they serve in the wildlands, I guarantee you will probably have a headache.
Well, if I will probably have a headache, then Samael is definitely going to have a headache. You don't exactly have the best luck when it comes to alcohol, my friend. Oh, did Samael start already? Is he already out cold?
No, he's just staring at his drink.
Okay, I'd like everyone who's having the Orc Ale to roll me a d20. So make me a Constitution check, sorry.
Come on, Storm. No!
Save.
No!
Check.
Oh, well, phew.
No, make it save, sorry.
Oh!
Decide on it.
That's properly for 3 days.
A con save and throw. Here you go. Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Oh dear.
What did the roast chicken have?
Oh, does Bolt need to make another saving throw?
The roasted chicken.
Yes,
has
Bolt
tiger
does.
meat.
I'll just roll something separate for the mead for Icy.
Uh-oh.
What?
Icy, what did you roll?
Give me a second. Con save. Never mind.
Everyone saved tonight, except for Jeremiah.
Yeah, everyone except Jeremiah is roaring drunk.
I mean, it's the good stuff.
You weren't kidding, Jeremiah. Holy fuck! Oh no, I can't swear. Nope, not swearing. I'm going to be a responsible parent. I want to be a good influence to my dragon son.
We have tried to get Anarchy a chocolate milk, I would say.
Yeah, he was able to make one pretty easy.
How did he do that?
Well, it's just chocolate mixed with milk. It's quite simple.
You get chocolate out here?
But yeah, I mean, we get all kinds of stuff. I mean, we get a lot of honey. We do, like I said, we trade a fair bit with the city. Just we don't go in there much.
Fair enough.
Don't forget, Storm. This is a trading port.
Yeah, fair enough, Jeremiah.
And no, Storm, I'm over here. You're trying to talk to my, to what I presume is my sibling that you're seeing.
Oh, there's like 4 of you. Sorry.
Not a problem. I know. I felt the same when I first had a sip of the bitter.
Plus sides to this, now there are 4 squishes. I don't know if there's enough of me for 4 squishes.
If I'm perfectly honest, the meat is the best stuff we do. Poison honey is just, it's hard to get, but it's good stuff.
I'm tempted, but I'm already pretty wasted, and again, trying to be a good influence to the Dragon Son.
Hey, Storm.
Yes?
If you want to be a good influence for the Dragon Son, maybe you shouldn't leer openly at the Orc Bard. Just saying.
Big words in my mouth, friend. I stare at Squish and only Squish. If Sune came in here right now and put the moves on me, I'd tell her to back the fuck off! Damn it! I'm really, really bad at this!
It's alright, And Jeremiah puts a hand on Storm's shoulder. You'll get better at it.
Storm just kind of leans into Jeremiah's shoulder. I'm trying my hardest. It's just really difficult when you've been a sailor all your life.
Yeah, you kind of got Bolt drunkly laid his head on top of Storm's hand.
Oh, I love you too, Bolt. I know I'm being too hard on myself. But you're fully grown and Minnie's still a baby. I just don't think it would be a good idea to have a dragon cussing everywhere he went, because he's a good boy.
Well, it's
Maybe it's time we
like
take him.
the other dragon.
Oh, I'm fine. I can do it.
Jeremiah, can you help me get
he's
a
a-
tent?
He's a growing boy.
Cabin.
Thank you, Samael. You're such a good friend.
You
Storm.
kind of unsteadily make your way out of a tavern and to a little shack just nearby. Not really any furniture in there, 'cause it's mainly been empty for a while. But it's comfortable enough. It's basic floorboards, but it's comfortable enough.
I love you all so much. You're my
We know.
very best friends.
We know, Storm. We know.
You were my first friends.
Jeremiah basically just the there proves.
I'm gonna miss you when this is over.
Well, it's not like you're going to be 1,000 miles from each other.
No. I'm sticking with Squish my whole life through. I just hope she loves me when I'm old and grey as much as I'll always love her. Hey, if I'm an enemy like Pirate Dad, I'm gonna get handsome as fuck! Did I just swear in front of the children again?
You did, yes. You're also at a 30-degree angle.
Yep, and the angle keeps shifting. I'm gonna hit the ground. Fuck!
There he goes.
I love you.
You
very
all.
Jeremiah
make your
basically
way
has first
inside.
watch.
Jeremiah, there's no need to keep watch.
I know, but let me be honest, Ardeth. They aren't used to the orcish strings. And I want to make certain that none of them hurt themselves, even by accident.
I don't know as much they can hurt themselves on in here. It's literally just an empty room, basically. There's like a little desk towards one end, but that's about it. And to be honest, you really do need to rest.
I don't know if I can rest after all. I'm still pretty tense from having to do the word thing. You know, diplomacy.
Please try.
All right,
If need be-
Ardeth.
If need be, I'll be in a trance, so I can somewhat keep an eye on things.
All right. Yes, you're right. Should probably get some rest.
Question from the drunk kitty. Is snuggling okay? Can I still snuggle, Squish?
I would
I'm not sure you can
say
look straight.
so, yes.
Snuggling is okay, yes.
Okay, good, because I know I ain't ever gonna get to sleep unless I'm snuggling Squish.
Okay, you all start to drift off. I just want to check who has a perception above 18.
Holy shit, I don't think anyone does.
Okay, who's sneaking in and why should I have kept watch? Because no, my perception is 15.
Storm has 17. 1.12.
12.
1 second.
But I mean, Jeremiah was a little bit concerned.
The night continues on. When suddenly you hear a strangulated squawk.
Wait,
What? What the fuck?
Well, fuck just up.
As you all stir from your sleep, You see Bolt
What?
on the ground,
What?
twitching.
I see nothing
Stood
at the moment.
over him.
I see only me
Oh.
and only darkness.
Yeah,
One
same.
second, I need to bring the light in.
I immediately don't like this.
Stood over Bolt is an orc with a malicious grin on his face.
Oh, you better believe Sammy's drawn his mace.
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't really think I hadn't noticed you arrive on this island, did you?
who?
Who the fuck are you and let go of my boy?
Oh, don't worry, the poison will take effect soon enough.
Poison?
Yes. Just a little message to tell you to stay the fuck away from the fire giants.
He is an orc, he is on his own, yes?
Yes.
Squish is gonna run over, attack him in an attempt to stunning strike.
Go for it.
I will say, while Squish is doing that, Samuel's going to run over and do protection from poison on Bolt.
Thanks.
I would like him to make me a Constitution save, I think.
Okay.
I think I'd learned this by now.
Oh, yeah, he's out cold.
Good.
He's completely stunned. As soon as he hits the ground, Squish is pulling out her rope and she is tying him up.
From his hand falls a small bottle.
Is Bolt
Ardeth?
okay? Sammy, is he okay?
I want to inspect my son.
Roll me a medicine check.
Roll good, Storm, please. It's your boy. 21.
This is no poison you've ever seen before.
Is it something that not even lesser restoration will help?
I mean,
Right.
did
I would like Sammy to make me an Arcana check.
oh
Well,
god,
Sammy ruled the protection from poison. Does that do anything?
that neutralizes any poison. I'll still roll.
Yes, but there might be DM trickery afoot to not make it so simple.
Yeah, you can tell that this isn't just an ordinary poison. This has been magically infused. As such, it doesn't just attack the body. It attacks the connection to the weave.
That's bad.
They're trying to sever your connection to your bub. Squish is gonna rifle through this guy's pockets to see and try and figure out who he is. I'm looking for any tattoos, notes, anything identifying.
Was
I'm gonna say, roll me an investigation check.
What were you trying to say there, Izzy?
was Sammy fast enough to use that spell to neutralize the poison before it did any lasting damage?
Right. You'll have to bear with me. First off, Squish, with that 10, you notice on the bottle a very unusual symbol that you think is familiar. And Sammy, I would like you to roll me a medicine check.
Hey,
I have five and I'm proficient. Come on!
sir.
What is it?
I will say that despite the outcome of these knowledge rolls from Icy, Storm is friggin' picking up his boy and cradling him while casting Lesser Restoration because he's gotta try.
I see you've realised that even with your magic, it's not doing that much.
Fuck. Okay, hang on. I know it.
Squish, would you like to make a history check?
Sure. History.
You know what meets it beats it. You recognise this as the seal of a place called the Academia Arcanum. Basically the largest organisation of magic schools in the Scorpion Coast.
Storm.
This-
I've seen this before.
What?
Hey, it's for a magic school. What was his name?
And you realise, Squish, you also realise that this poison has been magically crafted to be as difficult to remove as possible.
It's magic bullshit.
Say, if it's magic bullshit,
Let me have a look.
yeah, I was about to suggest Ardeth.
Please.
Fuck this. Sammy's down on his knees, praying to Bahamut already.
Oh, bless him.
Ardeth picks up the bottle, examines it, sniffs at it gently. You're just doing the waft sort of thing. This poison's made with...
What?
I can only describe it as elemental power. It's
Which element?
strange. Well, from what I can tell from the smell of it, it's from a plane of fire.
Well, that's just
Plane
a
of
freaking twisted
fire.
amount of irony, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like someone snuck stuff by. I still have the wind elemental crystal.
So this is from the elemental plane of fire. This poison. Or made from something.
Half
like
of it.
Maybe something with there, yes. What happened? Where am I?
You're at our mercy now, bitch.
What?
Squish, I don't think he was entirely himself. What is the last thing you remember?
I remember this voice in my head. Something about passing on a message.
Who gave it to you?
I don't know. He had this weird something about Ramar.
Ramar? Storm looks to the party. Mean anything to you?
Squish is gonna roll a history check to see if this is a name she would recognize. Nope, never mind. Squish is too angry.
Jeremiah's going to do the same, a history check.
Okay. Yeah, Jeremiah, you remember exactly where Ramar is and who you met there.
Yeah, but the
Funnily
player
enough-
has forgotten.
Oh,
Funnily enough, it's where you got Midnight. Where you found Midnight.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Haramond. Fucking
Yeah.
Haramond.
oh, the player had a gut feeling. That twat!
That fucker disappeared for ages, but by the time he shoot his fucking head again.
I wondered when he would show his face again.
We're gonna
What?
go.
Who?
Haramond.
Him?
Yeah.
I was gonna take him down anyway, but he's just
Is
made
it-
it. You know what? I can fucking swear. He's made it fucking personal!
You don't understand. He's somehow gained control of him from a distance.
It's probably the tadpole creature.
Yeah.
It's probably grown or something since all the way back when on Sanctuary. Oh, I can't take this anymore. Storm has to cast level 2 on Bolt. Cure Wounds at level 2 on Bolt. I don't care. It makes me feel better to try. It's like booping and stroking this boy.
So, did the
Roll
voice
me
say...
A
Sorry.
D100.
Okay. 7.
1 second, I need to roll my own. Yeah, Bolt seems to revive a little, but he looks very ill.
Stay with me, son. We're gonna fix it.
I know he said something about sending a message and making sure you didn't reach the fire giants, and that was all.
Why would Harmot not want us near the fire giants?
I don't know.
Perhaps he has something to do with the fact that their leader is in a deathless sleep.
Yeah, that seems rather likely, actually.
You think Harmot did it and is using that to provoke the fire giants to attack someone?
Keep in mind, he wants power.
Yo, I'd love to let you all speculate about this, but my boy is very ill, close to dying.
We need to get a move on.
Yes.
Make me a Constitution saving throw for bolts with disadvantage.
No. That's a 12.
Yeah, he's barely holding him there.
Ah!
Say, Ardeth, do you know if Ark could has any ability to stabilize him?
I honestly don't know. It's... I really can't say for certain. I've not really looked at Ark's database. It could have medical listings in there, but I just honestly don't know.
Hey, Orky boy, does your village have a healer? Someone who specializes in potions and poisons?
Yeah.
Get them.
He kind of gets up, runs off. Yeah, he runs off, and about 10 minutes later, this orc woman comes in. I'm using the same token, so don't mention it.
I was
to have also brought. 1 second, I need to get the icon for her. The chief as well.
I could have swore I had a potion of antidote. I must have it in another campaign.
It's probably not going to be enough.
The healer leans in, examines Bull, and just shakes her head.
Okay, that's not an option. Ardeth. This point is from the Plane of Fire, yes?
Yes.
We know someone from the Plane of Fire.
Who?
The Phoenix! I don't know what else to do. Is there,
Right,
like, a...
we have a feather that lets us ask her a question.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she has at least knowledge about that.
I'm going to say, roll me a perception check, please, Storm.
Yeah, sure, whatever. 24.
You suddenly feel the feather in your pocket getting very warm.
Oh, okay. Pull it out.
Looks like we're getting a call.
Yeah,
I know this is urgent, but maybe we should step outside of the wooden hut before we summon the giant firebird.
yeah, probably a good idea.
Going to say, roll me a dexterity check.
Okay. Straight 15.
1 second.
Fuck, now I'm definitely
Yeah,
joined by...
as you pull it out, you drop it and it lands on Bolt.
Okay.
You watch as the feather vanishes, swirling, infusing into him, and suddenly, I'd like everyone standing close to Bolt to make me a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 12.
I'm not directly next to him, but close enough. So, yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah. You
is it
all
just me,
move
or
back
is it getting hot in here?
as Bolt vanishes in a plume of flame.
Oh, midnight.
The fuck happened?
Yeah, Midnight gets slightly singed on the snoot.
So, Bolt's gone.
Yep, Bolt is gone.
Squish is gonna roll an intelligence check to see if she can... to see if Squish realizes that he's probably been pulled into the fire plane.
Yeah.
Nope! Squish
I'm
thinks
all-
the chicken's been cooked.
Pardon me, clear my throat.
So, could you make me the same check as well, please?
Yeah, okay. Oh no!
You know what? Jeremiah's going to make the same check as well if you
Sure.
allow me. No, we're all very, very. Oh
We're
wait,
all very
I made a save, not a check. Sorry.
Hang on.
Come on, Sammy.
I'm gonna roll intelligence and
Toast.
actually Arcana too.
You rolled investigation and Arcana.
Okay, well, Arcana and
Arcana is intelligence, so I'll accept to be whichever one's higher. Yeah. Yeah, as far as you're all aware, Bolt has just burst into flames and vanished.
So yeah, Storm would have fallen to the ground. It's just pouring at the floor. Son! Ugh.
are there any ashes?
Roll me an investigation.
Well, I did roll an investigation earlier. Can you take that roll?
You want a 9?
Sure. Bear me just 1 second.
You really want to go with a 9?
Well, I mean, then hang on. Okay, you're good. You finish up.
No, I'm afraid you can't tell anything. You can just see the scorch marks.
Well, I mean, could be some Phoenix magic, maybe some sort of revival,
I mean, yeah, I'm hoping so.
or restoration.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Maybe
something with the
I
fire plane.
want
I
to
think
know
the fire
what the
giants...
fuck.
What? Sorry,
I
what was
want to know. I want to know what the fuck is going on here.
Your man got possessed and tried to assassinate one of us.
Who was it?
Is this the same orc?
No.
No,
that's
that
the
is a
healer.
healer.
Whoever went to fetch the healer. It was them.
The
That was,
knows?
That was
Do
Goran.
you?
I see. Give me a few minutes.
He did not do so on his own accord.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
He's weak.
Still.
I mean, I don't want to hold it against the man personally, but...
I mean, he was manipulated. Even the strongest the strongest orc would not be able to stand against it.
Yeah, but
It is
you're
up to us to
Jeremiah.
decide. It's
Pardon?
not our decision.
Yes.
Even broke the answers to someone.
Everybody answers to someone. Be they mortal or gods.
Exactly.
Bolt didn't.
He answered to you.
Yeah, because we respect one another.
Yes. And answering to someone can be based on respect.
Oh, he's
It's
in
alright.
tears. He's in tears.
It's alright, Storm. And Jeremiah actually pulls him into a hug.
It's not all right. I raised
Few
him.
minutes.
He was an eaglet. He was tiny and grey and so helpless.
A few minutes pass as another orc walks in. You recognise him as one of the gate guards. He just goes, "Alright, gonna need you guys to come outside for a few minutes."
Alright.
Yeah, sure, it's stuffy in here anyway.
So
1 second, I just need
you
to...
be able to pull through.
He sort of takes a deep breath and steels himself, slaps his cheeks and yeah, okay, let's do this.
Alright.
Okay.
And maybe next time you speak to Aquinox you can figure out what the hell happened.
Okay, 1 second. You all step through the open door out into this small little square. It's not the main village square, that's a little bit further away. This is like a small little courtyard where the inn is.
And I would just say that Storm is squeezing Squish's hand right on back. So tightly.
Okay. You watch as the healer very carefully goes to basically keep Anarchy from going outside.
Yeah.
Sammy, are you going outside as well?
Yep. Just stepped away for a second.
Over here, you can see the orc who attacked Bolt getting glared at by Brogda. I don't know what happened. Well, as you know our laws, you know it's not up to me to decide. Would anyone like to make me an Arcana check?
Yup.
Yep.
Sure.
I don't know Arcana. Hypothetically, history would work for Jeremiah as well, as he had to spend
Yeah,
some
I'd
time.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
once-
still no idea. Wait.
Yeah, with advantage you wouldn't be able to. Actually, oh no, actually, yeah, rolled a 2. So yeah, you all notice a chill in the air. Rogdo has removed her eye patch. All you can see is a blank, empty socket. And everything about her seems different. Like there's a visible chill in the air around her.
Ah, this land's
Bro.
fucked up.
Brogda turns her single, now blood-red eye over Gorog. Gorog! You're a disgrace. Allowing a human to control you. And use you to kill so dishonorably. You can see she's leaning, her face is inches from him at this point.
If you'll give me a moment, Storm would like to nudge Jeremiah. Jeremiah, Is it safe to say that Gramash, the orc god, is speaking through the chieftain here?
Indeed.
You may carry on, Seph. Just wanted to make that observation.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty obvious this is Gramash himself.
Yeah.
He grips Gorok by the throat and throws him. There.
Oof.
Using his puppeteer body, he looks at the group. And which one of you was the one most injured by his dishonor?
Okay, Storm just takes a moment and then just steps forward. That would be me, sir. Took my boy away.
You are not accustomed with my laws, correct?
Storm shakes his head. I'm afraid I'm not.
Gorok is all too aware. There are only two punishments. The merciful one, and the one for the dishonored. Which would you prefer, Gorok?
Oh boy.
I'm assuming we're going to choose between death and exile right now.
You say you, but you mean me.
Do you wish him to die without honor?
Did I say he killed without honor? He should die without honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Well-
his fault. If anything, I reckon we should give him the chance to redeem himself in the eyes of his clan. He was possessed after all.
Okay, with that, Storm is actually going to turn back and look at Squish and just say, and what if it was midnight? How would you feel then?
Believe me, I still want to tear him apart, but it wasn't him. It was Haramount, and we're gonna kill Haramount.
He was weak.
Storm just takes a moment, processes that, turns back, and it's just... Mercy it is, then. But I'll make the one who's truly responsible for this suffer 1,000 times more than this fellow would.
It is decided then. You watch as Gramash returns to this point, turns around.
Storm, I would step away if I were you.
I would like Storm to roll me initiative, please.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you get to honorably kill him.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's handy as well. Storm, I'm just going to change the music.
Nope.
It's your
It's my turn. Okay. Bonus action. Casting Hex. On Gorok. Gonna weaken his dexterity, though it might not even be necessary. And Storm's gonna pull out Devillo.
Okay.
And without any of the usual pomp and circumstance, he's just gonna bring it down hard on his head. Very methodical. Oh shit! That 20.
That definitely hits. Roll it.
Okay.
Let's see, just go with this out. 6, 13,
Yeah.
22.
And the hex damage.
Okay, and the hex
Listen.
damage is
2.
2, so that's 24.
Oh yeah, and orcs are humanoids, so I better apply the humanoid damage as well, which would
Okay,
be
and
4.
Is 28 points of damage. You catch him pretty hefty on the head, but it's not enough to kill him, but he's severely injured.
Mhm.
You watch he grips the great axe at his feet, lifts it, and swings.
Great big fat miss.
Yeah, you caught him on the side of his head. It wasn't enough to kill him, but yeah, he really is in no condition to fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's your turn.
Second verse, same as the first. How the hell does it?
You'll miss, I'm afraid. He's just about able to get it together enough to try to put up a decent fight, but yeah, he's able to outmaneuver you.
Yeah, for now.
He's going to take another swing.
That will hit.
He hefts his axe towards your leg, gashing across your thigh. You take 27 points of damage.
No, 15. He doesn't have advantage
sorry,
after
15. Sorry. Yeah, apologies.
No worries.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really gonna have to have a light session after this one.
Sure. Yeah, fuck it. Same again. Oh, come on!
Roll me a d100.
That's not fair, game. It's not fair. Storm is angry and grieving.
That's why Storm is
Roll me a
doing that well.
d4.
Okay.
Well, say the first one was all the rage at once.
Yeah,
That's
you
bad.
swing, but yeah, you catch your wrist on Bavelow's crossguard, and you drop him.
Ah.
What are you waiting for? Take him! End him! Give me his blood!
Was that Devillo?
Yeah. And that was audible.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
Go.
waiting!
oh, shut
Go.
the fuck up,
He's
Beverlaw.
going to take another swing.
Well, he got a nat one that time.
Yeah, he's done that one. So I just need 1 second to roll a d100. Yeah, he's able to. His second attack, he tries to hit you again in the leg, but he's really in a bad condition.
Yeah.
It's now your turn.
So do I have to, like... What do I have to do to get my sword?
I
Can I
will
just grab
let
it?
you pick him up as a bonus action.
Fine, thank you. Appreciated. Right. 20. I presume that hits.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 15, and then there's Hex for another 2.
Okay, and another
he's a
2
humanoid.
both for humanoid. So let's see, that's 6, 9, 21. You catch him again. He's still.
Oh,
managing to stab.
I forgot about the humanoid damage again, so add 4 to that.
I already added it.
Thank you.
Yep, he's going to try and take another swing at you.
Hey, sweetheart.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad. The other orcs that are gathered around the square, they're just watching in dead silence.
Yeah.
Is your turn?
This is somber as fuck. Oh, come on!
They call it an honor duel.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's going to miss.
Ah.
He's going to try again.
For some reason, I envision
16.
Miss.
For some reason, I envision Storm actually pushing him in the well.
Don't tempt me. But then that would ruin their water, the blood of, like...
Yeah.
Right. Bevel again. 23.
That hits.
I'm going to remember to click the thing this time to apply the damage. Yeah. 19. And then there's Hex.
19, so that is 19 plus 22.
Ignore the second versus humanoid.
Okay, minus 22. Yeah, he's looking extremely rough. I'm just going to have to make a quick roll for him. Yet he gets back on his feet only just and takes another swing.
Gee.
Miss!
It's your turn.
Okay. Do. Don't mind me, I'm looking if there's anything fancy I can really do, but no, not really. My fighting style is built around Devillo.
That will hit.
Let's see, 17, 21,
Yep.
and then there's...
How are you going to do this?
How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? You know what? Okay. So let's just say, like, once it's clear that this guy is, like, choking out his last, with one more slash, Storm's gonna jump back a bit, raise Devillo up, then drive a fucking greatsword through his throat. And then just twist it so it, like, pops off. How's that?
The decapitation? Yeah, you just snick his head and it rolls, landing at Grimish's feet. You watch as he places a foot on it, looks around. My law has been enforced. Do not require me to intervene again. And as that happens, you notice Brogda returns to normal. Her missing eye returns. You can see that it's got that sort of milky whiteness to it that indicates she's blind in it, but yeah, the eyes return now.
Satisfied with your, like, share of blood, Devillo?
Yes.
Shame,
That is excellent.
shame you didn't have more to spill. Maybe Harrowmountain?
Oh, yes. Yes. More. I did well in choosing you.
Is
And
this
I...
still audible to us?
It better be.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Storm is still, like, shaking with rage.
Put it down, Storm.
Okay. Okay. And shakily, Storm will sheathe Devillo.
He watches the tavern owner kind of steps forward as well and gently puts a hand on Storm's shoulder.
You did the right thing.
Gorog was a good man. He had to end this way.
Yeah. The other choice was exile, and that's no orc wants to live in exile.
I guess you've seen it happen then.
Yeah.
First, we break their arms. Take them out as far as we can, and leave them. If they live, they can never take up another weapon.
So yeah, safe to say at this point that Storm just kind of falls on his knees and just kind of collapses into Squish, crying into her shoulder, like unashamedly, choked, bawling his eyes out.
All right, everyone, show's over.
Yeah, most of the orcs have basically already left at this point. You could tell this is not something they enjoy having to see.
Yeah.
Baroque,
It's how
kind. Go on.
Squish. That's how they do that thing. Do things.
It's unnecessary and brutal.
That's Grimish's law.
Why, hello there.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not an orc.
I'm very well. How are you doing?
Though I know you could take down one. And
Yes.
he ruffled Squish's head.
You said something about your son vanishing in flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which server are you on? Europe?
I believe that the only person who could probably help you would be the Fire Witch.
Before you launch the game,
And where might I find her?
below the play night button, where you just
She lives down in the city.
assuming it's Europe.
I believe she lives on Artificers Avenue.
No, I mean I've got
Artificers Avenue. Right, okay.
Did you start a seasonal server, or just
I can only apologize.
Not your fault, but thank you.
seasonal? Then I would be well. No, I have somebody.
I recommend you get some rest. Set off in the morning.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try.
You watch
Why?
as Brogda turns and returns back to the chieftain's hut. Meanwhile, the tavern owner again gives you a squeeze of the shoulder before
Say-
heading back inside.
Say, you don't have anything to help him sleep, do you?
Give me a second. He goes inside and comes back out with a pretty hefty looking tankard of mead.
Right, the closest I'm going to have is a level 50.
It's appreciated.
Because everyone else is
So yeah, Storm will take that and shakily start drinking it.
Roll me a constitution check.
Yeah, okay.
okay.
Uh,
Other than this,
Why do you think Jeremiah's trying to knock you out?
Save, sorry. Constitution save.
21.
Yeah, you managed to drink it down, and he was right. The honey definitely does something unusual.
Aha.
It tastes more potent, but it doesn't feel more potent.
Is it like the Nectar of the Gods?
No, not really. It has a similar tang to it, but no, this is much weaker.
Okay. I don't think this is strong enough to knock me out right now, Jeremiah.
Don't make
You
me
watch as
bonk you on the head.
the tavern owner kind of walks back and brings you another.
Oh, well, bottoms up, I suppose. Yeah, it'll just down this one.
Another check, please, with disadvantage.
That's a 5.
Yeah, this has hit you like a freight train now.
Jeremiah hands the tavern owner 2 gold pieces for that.
It's on the
Thank
house.
No, I insist.
Consider it a gift.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Quietly makes his way back indoors.
573 might be a little over the top.
All right, Storm. It's time to take a nap.
I want to lay down.
Argon levels, which are basically levels.
Squish, can you help me getting him into the shed again?
Mm, yeah,
But
sure.
most of my guys, they're either dump ones. Well, I mean, I have this Crusader. But, 47. Well, it's just level 47. But then Crusader, other than your Crusader, did you have your right to finish?
Samael, thank you for trying, my friend. Really appreciate it.
Sammy just puts a hand on his shoulder before he passes out.
Oh.
Storm passes out, not Sammy.
Yeah. Which he does.
Mitty will snuggle into you
I mean, I can
and try and make you feel better.
26.
Yeah, like Middy's getting the biggest, tightest hug of his life right now.
I'll go by level 26.
Basically, anyone who's like gets close to Storm
We're very close.
as he's trying to sleep right now is just going to be hugged into oblivion. Doesn't want to let anyone else go. Ugh.
I'll leave you to it. Watch as the healer leaves as well.
The campaign or the non-campaigny mode, which allows you basically to do any part.
Squish is gonna sit and wait for everyone to fall asleep.
Jeremiah's going to sit and wait. Because he doesn't want anything to happen either.
Don't worry, Jeremiah, I'll be watching.
Squish.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Go on,
I just don't want any of you, and that includes you, to fall to any harm.
It'll be fine, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
It's a bit late for that anyway.
Shush, you're supposed to be sleeping. And Jeremiah actually starts humming a slow, soft tune in Orcish, actually. It's an Orcish lullaby.
Oh, fucking bless these people. Oh, the emotions are strong tonight.
Yep.
It's
So yeah,
Jeremiah gonna say?
it takes Storm a while to get to sleep. Unsteady breathing, heaving, occasional like little sobs. But he does eventually fall to sleep. Carry on.
After a while, even Jeremiah falls asleep, but only after he's certain that Storm is sleeping.
okay.
Alright.
You all have a pretty disturbed. Does Squish want to?
Yep. Squish is first gonna have a quick look around, make sure everyone's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to attempt to sleight of hand steal Belvoir.
Okay.
Okay, you can roll it.
Damn it.
I'll let you have advantage on that because Storm is drunk, and yeah, you managed to get Babel away.
She's gonna head outside the shack
Much better.
Okay.
and over to the well.
What are you doing?
Squish is convinced this thing is turning you evil.
Interesting. Just what? Squish, you just watch as the eye opens slowly.
I never liked you. There's always something nefarious about you. And I thought Storm could control you.
Oh, really?
That was you who made him be so brutal, wasn't it?
Are you sure it wasn't his own rage?
Squish kind of pauses.
After all, he did lose one of the three people he is closest to.
Yeah. I do that.
My Storm's not that vicious. It had to be of you.
I merely gave him the ability to strike. I am but a weapon.
What if I just weigh you down and throw you down this well?
I will return to him.
How?
He is my master. As such, I am able to return to his side. I think you misunderstand the nature of my relationship with him.
Insight. Squish isn't sure she believes him.
Yeah, he rolled a 4. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
So what? The moment you hit the water, you'll just return, or does he have to call you back?
It depends on if I was taken away. In this case, I would simply return.
I guess I'll have to get him to throw you away. In the meantime, enjoy your quick bath. Throw him to the well.
As you
Why do I hear a splash, a foam, and see a wet kitty?
Yeah, Babel pretty much lands back in his sheath, basically. He kind of looks to Squish and just goes, well, that certainly achieved something.
It made me feel better.
Aww.
Again, you misunderstand my relationship with Storm.
I understood.
I
was just being spiteful. I'll get him to get rid of you. You're nothing but a bad influence.
I have had zero influence upon him.
I don't believe that.
Whether you believe it or not, it is true. I have had zero reason to lie thus far.
You're still a bad influence.
If I had any nefarious intention, would I have taught Jeremiah how to transfer me to Storm?
Maybe. Maybe you just wanted a better
Jeremiah
host.
and corrupted him.
Maybe
You
Storm
have
was something you wanted. I don't know.
a valid point, yeah. But no.
Was it uncomfortable when you fell in the well? Did you feel that?
Not really. You seem to misunderstand my nature. I am but a weapon. I feel nothing. I have zero ambition beyond seeing my master get strong. Something he has already achieved. And now, he desires the blood of an enemy.
You're not exactly helping by cheering him on.
Do you not also wish to see this man bloodied, broken, dead?
Paramount, yes, but not the orc. It wasn't his fault.
It was not his decision or his clan's decision. You forget not all gods are good or benevolent.
You're just an asshole.
That is correct, but I am a truthful asshole.
Why do I see the salt grinning, despite having no way to smile?
Squish is
And-
doing monk-level mental gymnastics to not blame Storm for that.
And for the record, even gods that are supposed to be good can be incredibly asshole-ish. Case in
How do you know that?
Yes, case in point, your little red-headed friend.
shut up.
I am merely making the observation.
Mm.
But shut up. I don't need you egging Storm on.
I will
That's the
admit.
influence I'm talking about.
I will admit I got carried away. Do you have any idea how long it's been since I tasted fresh blood?
One's still alive somewhere.
Like literally yesterday. We killed
That
like
is
4
technically correct.
Triceratops.
Yes, but that was different. Blood spilled. In common defense is not the same as blood spilled in anger.
Yeah, see? That's the bad influence.
Considering what he's drunk today, I'm not that much different.
I will find a way for him to get rid of you. I'll make sure you won't have another master.
You are free to do so. Or at least try. I cannot say you will succeed, but that will be seen.
Evil, twisted thing. Now, shut up.
You were the one who wanted the conversation, not I. But very well.
I just wanted to check you down a well. You were the one who started talking.
That is what happens when you interact with a sentient weapon. We tend to get chatty.
Squish takes the sword again and just like puts it under a pillow to try and muffle it.
Yeah, he's kind of gone back to sleep at this point.
Stupid evil sword. Squish gonna stay up for the rest of the night, keeping an eye out and just mumbling to yourself about this evil sword.
Okay. Could you take 1 point of exhaustion, please?
Sure.
The next morning, you will gather your equipment, and what are you going to do now?
Squish, you look terrible. Did you even get some sleep last night?
Yeah, it's really rude to tell a lady she looks terrible, Jeremiah.
It might be bad to tell a lady, but I'm asking a friend
I'm fine.
if they got sleep.
I'll be alright.
I appreciate you staying up and looking out for me, but you really should get some rest, Squish, when you can.
And Jeremiah's, you know what? Jeremiah's rolling inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you inciting?
I'm inciting Squish.
Oh, okay.
Why the hell did you not sleep last night?
Squish, roll deception.
There's evil things about. I was making sure everyone was safe.
Do you know what's coming?
Yeah, she's telling the truth.
So, here's a question, Seph.
Yeah.
Last we, the players, heard Squish shoved Devillo under a pillow. Did Devillo return to Storm Sheep, or was he still under the pillow?
Still under the pillow. He's not been discarded or stolen, so...
Did you do anything with Devillo at all last night? Because he wasn't in the chief.
He snores.
Huh.
Roll me a...
That's
I
kind of
would
great.
say performance check. Because you got to sell this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
Storm
even
Sheep
Jeremiah
right
can
for
tell.
Yeah.
Squish.
So you're telling me the sword that doesn't really sail that much unless we're spilling blood just snores really loudly.
Well, you heard him shouting yesterday. He wouldn't shut up.
Squish, where did you put him?
It's like literally right there. You can see the blade.
If you hover over, it'll give you percentages comparing
She put him under a pillow, Jeremiah.
is,
She only covered his hilt because that's where she assumed the mouth was.
open up the inventory.
He stopped talking, so it worked.
So if you see green, it's percentages, you expect what you have.
You know, it's a little bit rude to take other people's stuff and shove it under pillows.
Focus on damage, your toughness recovered.
It's like half a foot away from him.
Squish, come on. He obviously wasn't snoring.
I don't like that sword.
Well, he is of a bit of a violent disposition, but he served me well thus far.
That's not as bad as what I was thinking. I originally thought we were going to
What's the problem?
an underground part, which is more annoying.
I don't like the way he was egging you on yesterday.
Similarly then.
True, it's safe to say that he himself got caught up in the moment.
Yeah,
I think you did too.
it is a bit.
No, not really. I didn't enjoy that at all.
You were-
Believe me, it made me feel... What?
You laughed.
Feels too big.
Don't think he did.
He didn't.
He did laugh along with the blade.
It just feels like we're going on forever, especially
When the blade started
Oh.
laughing, so did Storm.
to do everything.
I'm embarrassing with a player. I can't even remember what happened like 10 or 20 minutes ago.
We're
And
tired.
that's why Squish got really freaked out.
Yeah, you did.
Storm started
Yeah.
laughing.
I know someone was certainly growly.
A little worse.
Whenever the
You,
blade started cackling, so did Storm.
Yeah, you seem to.
I know Storm has definitely laughed along with Devillo in previous encounters.
Yeah, but
And you get better loot and you get more leveling up whenever you're playing on a more difficult one anyway.
That's why she was convinced that the blade was influencing him.
And if you want to increase it, you
but you seem to be a little bit more enthusiastic after his egging on.
I just wanted to get it done. It's taking longer than it should have.
don't make too much of a difference for me either.
Anyway,
I didn't want to do that.
Well-
let's not talk about it anymore. Let's just go and find this fire sage so we can find out what happened to Bolt.
Yeah.
Probably went to his Phoenix girlfriend and is getting looked after.
Hopefully.
Oh God, I hope so.
You all pack up your gear. Brogda gives you some extra supplies, and she again apologizes for having to invoke Grumush, and sends you on your way.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, Storm basically shook his head and just mumbled something along the lines of customs of your people, I understand. So, did we get directions?
Yeah, it's basically just following the mountain over the river, and you'll end up back at the small little entranceway town where Stormcrown City is.
Okay.
It doesn't take too long. I'd say it takes about 3 hours.
Oh, they
Yeah.
built a bridge over that waterway. Okay.
Well, yeah, you're able to basically Storm does his last trick of manipulating the wards, basically,
Yup.
All right. Yeah.
and you end up back in the city.
Yeah. I still don't fully understand how these trains can go so fast.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that, like, several times during the trek, Storm just kind of looked over his shoulder and up in the sky. And you don't need an insight check to just tell that he was just hoping that it was all just a bad dream, and like he'd see Bolt right there.
As you enter the town, you start to realise you don't actually know where this Artificer's Avenue is.
Jeremiah's grabbing the first guard that he comes across. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, can I help you?
We are
reaching
looking.
off screen and grabbing the fella just by the lapel. Hey!
You would be able to help us with a few directions, would you?
Well, certainly I'd like to think that I can assist all citizens. I think I have a handout for this guy. Let's bear with me just 1 second. I'm certainly made a handout for him.
Wait a handout for a random NPC.
Yeah, not so random. Come on. Like, doesn't the voice sound like interesting to you guys?
That's why I forgot to add the text.
Because the voice sounds interesting. That's how it portrays itself to me right now. Because the voice is interesting, you forgot to add the text.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm just going to quickly rush in what I can.
Tip tap tip tap tip.
Okay. Certainly, well, how can I assist you?
We are. What was the street again, Storm?
The player kind of remembers, but doesn't remember exactly. Please help, Seph.
Alcantara?
Artificer's Avenue.
Yes,
Artificer's Avenue.
Artificer's Avenue, yes. Yes, we would
Oh,
need
that's
to.
enough. You watch as he guides you towards the cliff edge here. He points roughly to this little street just here. Artificer's Avenue is just there.
Thank you very much, sir.
Not a problem. May I ask why you're going down there?
We've had a bit of an encounter, and unfortunately,
We're looking for the Fire Witch.
yeah.
Oh, you're looking for Ignaris. Yes, she lives at number 4.
Number 4, thank you, sir.
Not a problem. Glad I could help.
Thank you very much, sir.
You watch as he kind of nods, gives you a little wave, and marches back towards the castle.
Must be an important person. Or maybe he's just a guard there.
Speculation can wait, Jeremiah.
Yeah. We make our way down, I presume.
Yeah.
Using
It cost you the usual. I think it was free silver.
No, don't we still have our
Yeah,
return?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Return
you want
tickets.
return tickets? Yeah. You use your return tickets, make your way through the town, and find yourself at number 4 Artificer's Avenue. And I'm just going to use a random background for this.
Knock, 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 knock.
Yes, what is it? You watch as the door is opened by a tall, slightly tan-skinned woman with bright orange hair.
Ooh.
Take it you are Ms. Ignaris?
Ignaris Venetia, yes. How can I help you?
I need to know what happened to my boy.
your boy.
Yes.
Would you mind if we come in?
Certainly.
It's a bit of a long story.
She lets you all step inside. You notice it's quite a nice, comfortable room.
Hmm. You know, this place looks a little bit like a lot of mystic places look familiar. Hey, I was just saying that apparently they have the same interior designer.
Don't worry, Seph.
Misfortune and ignorance.
Don't worry,
That
Seph.
cat Aina so many times.
Don't worry, Seph. Storm won't interrupt this tired old bagger, because he's of that mind. Yes, I heard from Dr. Shaleskin that you could inform us about what the hell happened to him.
And what did happen to him?
Well, we encountered a phoenix a while back. She gave us one of her feathers. And when he was taken ill by a deadly, horrid poison from the elemental plane of fire itself, it reacted. And the moment I brought it out, it kind of flew into him, and he burst into flames.
Yes, that certainly lines up with what he told me.
And what? Who?
Who do you think? She kind of indicates in the corner you can see
Insight
a
check.
very familiar
Is this the fucking Phoenix?
Give me an insight then.
I'm going.
Yeah, this is clearly the Phoenix.
Okay, Jeremiah's good. Oops, sorry, not intimidation. Insight. I misclicked.
Yeah, Jeremiah and Sammy, you don't realise. Squish, you see right through her as she gently walks over and just very softly strokes Bolt's head.
Bye-bye!
You're okay! Storm just kind of stampedes on over and just scoops Bolt up in his arms. And...
Before you do that, she raises her hand to stop.
Okay! What's up?
The thing is that using phoenix feather upon a bird does not... It causes changes.
What kind of changes?
It's a good thing he wasn't undead or else it would have killed him.
Only Bolt catches fire.
First things first, he is now... Well... Like myself, he is bound to the plane of fire.
Oh, okay. I'm just glad he's okay.
On the bright side, now he can't die.
Oh, that's a great plus. Yeah.
What's the
The truth
downside?
is, well, I just said he's now a phoenix, in essence, anyway.
Ah. So,
He's still a little groggy from the transformation, though.
Is that why he
Okay.
erupted into flames? He technically died?
Exactly.
Oh god!
well, on the plus
one way
side,
to
it
purge a
didn't last
poison.
long.
Well, I suppose that's what your feather did.
Huh?
Exactly.
She is
And
the
I
Phoenix,
was doing-
Jeremiah.
Blink, 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 blink. Oh,
Blink.
okay, that makes sense.
And I'm
Strange way.
assuming that you're the Windwalker's little gang of associates as well.
We are working with her.
I had a feeling it was you when she mentioned, well, described you all in her unique way.
Yeah, she has a way with people, doesn't she?
A Tabaxi,
She-
a kobold, a goblin, and a dragon, and a human. We're a pretty distinctive group.
Those were not exactly the words she used. They were much less flattering.
Yeah, I know.
Those assholes. We've been called that before, too.
No,
She
but
uses way more colorful language than that.
Well, it's a good thing I don't care what the Windwalker thinks, because she's a bitch!
What's about you and colouring things into these past few days, Jeremiah? First you're painting your meat blue, now you're taking words and making them different colours. You're being weird.
Yeah, hi, I hate to interrupt your banter, but, okay, I'm getting a feeling there's a but to Bolt being brought back to life in this way. Like, there's some trade-off that has to be done here.
well, like I said, he's a phoenix now. It does mean that eventually he and I will have to return to the plane of fire.
I was just talking about that yesterday.
How soon are we talking?
It could be 100 years from now, it could be 1,000.
So it's not in the foreseeable future.
I would say not, no.
He gets to choose when he goes, right? He's not just gonna suddenly... And he's in a fireplane.
Yes, choice is up to him entirely.
And he can come back after a while.
It may take a day or two for him to reconstitute himself, but yes, essentially.
That's fine then. Right, Storm?
So,
He'll be like, he's going for a little holiday with his new girlfriend.
Okay, Seph, you were about to say something?
yeah, I just want you to make a note now that Bolt's Talon attacks will now do 1d4 fire damage.
In addition to its normal damage?
Yep, in addition to its normal damage.
Nice. Okay, so 1d4, right?
Yes.
Straight d4, no modifiers?
No modifiers, just a straight d4.
That's fair.
In addition to the regular damage.
Exactly.
It is very likely that Bolt will probably not go to the fireplane until after Storm has passed away.
Yeah. Very likely. Oh, well, what a roller coaster the past 24 hours have been.
Yes, and you still have to deal with the giants.
Oh yeah, that we do. And we
Yes, I need that Aorine in order to create a stable portal to the Astral Sea.
Oh, so you're a part of our plans too?
I'm the one who came up with it.
Ah, I see. So you and the Windwalker have been in cahoots.
Pretty much, as much as she can be in cahoots with anyone but herself. Make no mistake, she is an excellent operative, but not the best when it comes to dealing with people.
Storm just nods at that.
Jeremiah unconsciously rubs his left shoulder.
In the meantime, yes.
Ignaris, I don't think words could ever summarize just how grateful I am to you. You saved my boy's life.
You saved mine.
Oh yeah. One good turn deserves another. I guess we're even.
Precisely.
Well, he grew
But
as
I
big
would
as you when you were in your phoenix form. Because you are huge.
It will not be possible right now, but once he returns to the fireplane with me, he will grow that size.
I always knew my boy was destined for greatness. So did he.
It will take him a little while to recover fully, though. He's still very weak.
Yeah.
How long?
Probably a good thing you stopped me from giving him the big old hug then. Okay.
Squish is going to rummage in her bag and pull out a greater healing potion. Will this help?
I'm afraid not. This is not quite the same way as mortals heal.
Mm.
He will need a day or two to rest.
So, do you recommend he stay here with you for that time?
For the time being, yes.
Alright.
Well, at least we know he's safe.
In the meantime, I think your little colleague there, she looks at Alistair, has a little mission of his own to accomplish. I would recommend you all get some rest as well.
Yeah, I could do with one. I may have actually got some sleep unlike Squish, but it's been a very exhausting day.
Indeed.
Storm is gonna go over to Bolt and just scritch under his chin and rub his head simultaneously.
He's kind of weakly nuzzles back at your hands.
Aww.
Yeah, you can tell he's slowly getting back to health.
You take as long as you need, little buddy. Yeah, your girlfriend's gonna take good care of you.
He gives you the kind of sly smirk as you say that.
Yeah, you still got it, son. Oh. I'm just gonna give it an affectionate little, nose to, beak boop. See you in a couple of days, beautiful. Oh. Oh. Squish, Jeremiah, could you help pull me away? I'm having a hard time moving away.
Pulls out crowbar.
It may be an idea to go and speak with the Dragon Guard. If you're going up the mountain, you will likely need assistance. Oh, by the way, I'd advise you show this to the conductor. Kind of hand you a little small copper disc on the end of a small chain.
Okay.
This is basically a acting in the city's interest travel path.
It's got an oyster on it and it gives us free transport. Great.
Essentially, yes.
Gained oyster card.
No,
No,
it's not.
it's a clam disc.
I mean, it can't be an Oyster card because we didn't have to charge it. How the fuck do I, someone who's never been to London, know something about the Oyster card? Do we have to put £25 on it first?
No, because then you squash it. So many flats.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So someone wants to take that into their inventory? Call it whatever you want.
I'll put it in the bag of useful stuff.
Okay.
All right.
As I said, the Dragon Guard will gladly help you. They've noticed the problems the giants are having.
Yeah, actually asked someone from them to direct us to you.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll be able to find him then. He'll let you in.
I'm fairly certain.
Oh yeah, regarding the business with the fire giants. The a-hole who hurt Bolt. Yeah, he was responsible for... Well, yeah, no, he's likely responsible for that since the reason why he attacked Bolt in the first place was to dissuade us from meddling with the fire giants and their affairs.
That's unusual. The only people down there other than the giants themselves are some of the mages.
Well...
He's
The asshole,
got his-
puppeted an orc. Maybe he's puppeting one of the mages, too.
Yes.
I would have to. I know that the mages are led by a Professor Forster.
That's a name we know.
Yes, an unusual little fellow, isn't he?
Yeah, tiny little mind flayer.
Yes, very unusual. Still, he's
Yes.
fairly harmless. Like I said, I recommend you go and speak with the Dragon Guard. Take a couple of days to rest up.
That will be great.
Yeah, I think we need a few days to celebrate that Bolt's still among the living.
Yeah. Really, like Storm is like super relieved, but every time like he thinks back to it or how it could have gone so badly, like, he starts getting all choked up again.
All right. You take good care of the boy.
Don't worry, I intend.
Oh,
Come on, Storm. We have to do things. He's in the best care that he can get.
I know. I'll see you soon, son. I love you so much.
He really does.
Don't worry, Bolt. I'll keep an eye on him. You just focus on getting better, okay?
Bolt gives you a little nod.
Oh,
You're the best bird, son.
it's true, he is.
You make your way back outside, and what are you gonna do?
Well,
Right, shall we check in with the Dragon Guard and then call it a day?
yeah, I suspect that's probably the best idea.
It does make the most sense.
Yeah.
I forget. Do we actually have a map, like an in-game map of this place?
I don't believe you do, but you have passed the castle twice, so you know where it is.
Alright, easy peasy then.
I mean, it's up on the cliff. We can see it from down here.
You make your way back to the station. The conductor lets you through after he sees the disc,
Multipass.
and
Multipass.
you do there's my pass. You make your way up the cliff railway. Let's need to use some music for this. As you step towards the gate, you notice these guards are wearing different armor to the town guards you've noticed outside. Their armor is made of more purples and darker greys. And would anyone like to make me an investigation check?
Yeah, sure, I'm good at that.
Sure.
Oh, come on.
They do look.
And I
They
get
do look
10.
different, but I don't know how. Maybe it's just fancy.
Yeah, you can't really tell anything different about them other than their armor looks exceptionally fancy.
Does the fact that I could, like, passively detect magic tell me anything? Like, is it magic armor?
It's not the armor that's magical, and it's not strictly magic. You've only gotten this blip a couple of times before when you've been around Orla and Sammy.
Ah,
Paladins. That's the player saying.
yeah. It's safe to say we got paladins of Bahamut among us right now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry guys, I thought my mic was up.
On the gate, like I said, there's two guards both male. One's a Goliath, the other is an orc. One has a large great axe, the other has a couple of long swords. Good morning, how can we help you?
Keep an eye on your experience. I'm not entirely sure if you
Storm, you're the better one with the words.
Tell you what, I've been through a lot, but sure.
Unless you want me to try to use orc diplomacy.
Oh, that shouldn't be necessary. Yes, we are here to speak with someone, maybe Mr. Bing Natkin, regarding matters with the fire giants.
Oh, you were Bing. Yeah, sure, going in. I should warn you that we've got a bit of an important person in the castle at the moment, so try and stay out of the offices.
Oh, who's the important person?
Big VIP from Holborn.
What's his name, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we can't really say because he's not really supposed to be down here.
Oh, I think I can make
I think I know who it is. With a W.
Does his name start with a W or a H? Because we escorted one of those guys down.
Oh, oh, yeah, sorry, we didn't realise that. Yeah, just go in it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I was starting to worry there that they were going to say Hammermount was here.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that today, thank you.
I get the feeling he's elsewhere.
So do I.
Yeah, isn't he like public enemy number one? It'd be pretty stupid for him to just waltz in here.
Yeah, plus I think...
People, God knows what he's doing.
Plus I think...
The nature of Paladin's abilities, he would register like, well, let's just say he'd be very obvious.
He would be lighting up like a torch.
Exactly.
Well, if I have my word about it, he will. I'll just need a flask of oil.
We will see about the suspension of justice then.
You really mean that, Squish?
Of course. He tried to kill my son, he tried to kill your son.
Yep, you don't need to tell me. But, yes, you want to help set him on fire? I've got these alchemist fires that I haven't used. You're welcome to them if you like.
You make your way around the side of the castle. You can see the small training field just here. There are more of the Dragon Guard practicing sparring with each other. Would anyone like to run me a perception check?
Yep.
Sure.
As fun as it is to fantasize about this, let's not openly talk about committing a gruesome murder in the company of paladins.
It's the suspension of justice.
Yeah,
You all finally noticed that the weapons they're using have a very familiar substance, similar to the one in Sammy's mace.
Hi, Sammy. They have weapons like you. Dragon bits.
Oh, dragonbone weapons.
Makes sense. Dragon Guard.
Well, that is correct, my friends.
Oh,
You can look up as you notice. Look up as you notice Wolfguard stood there.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
Thanks for
I have
the
to say,
directions.
I didn't quite catch that.
Basically, Squish was saying thanks for the directions.
Oh, yes. My apologies. This is Wolfguard, not the commander.
Oh, right. Never
That's
mind.
Yeah,
Ignore
Wolfguard. Jeremiah was about to say,
Because
he wasn't the one who
terrible
directed
names.
me. Who directed us.
I am terrible with names. Anyway,
I heard that you went out into the mains grounds.
Yeah, we did. It was a very interesting experience.
Yeah.
We're already getting reports that the orcs seem to be calming down out there, so well done.
Thank you, but
Oh gosh, that reminds me, Jeremiah. I never reported back to the other tribe. We got
I'm
distracted by
fairly-
Bolt.
I'm fairly certain that Mother Dearest let her daughter know.
I hope you're right.
I'm pretty sure news of a good execution will go quite quickly through the clans.
Execution.
Yeah.
Orcish law, don't worry about it.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yeah.
Squish is looking really fucking sour about this too when she's talking about it.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, Miss Squish. It's delicate the way the orcs work in this part of the world.
Damn.
You can say that about all the orcs, to be honest. Hi, Minister.
It's complicated. The way the orcs came to the Scorpion Coast was not exactly conventional. They invaded. They were fought to a standstill by the elves and dwarves, and, well, in the process, the King of the Wilds was killed in single combat by Grumsh himself as an avatar, and, well, he demanded tributes, and the 5 orcish nations were established.
If you wish to learn more about the events that went down, I think we shouldn't be talking out in the open, to be honest. So,
Oh, of course. I'll take you inside.
Would you like to know more?
Wolfguard leads you up the small stairway up into the main keep. As you go through, you see more dragon guards sort of tending to their equipment. A couple just sat around reading. It's generally just like a standard nightly orders headquarters, really. Eventually, you kind of brought up to the office, and Wolfguard just walks straight in. Behind the desk, you can see the hobgoblin that gave you directions before. And Bing.
Oh, hello, sir.
Hi, Bing.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I should probably introduce you. Derek, these are my friends. This is Jeremiah. This is Storm. This is Squish. This is Sammy. This is Ardeth. This is Anarchy. The little guy here I don't really know. And of course we got Midnight. And wait.
No more of you?
Yeah. We seem to be missing somebody.
Both got injured.
Yes.
He's recovering.
Yeah. That's a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are pretty cool. Yes, I met them not long ago, on the cliffs.
I am sorry I didn't notice your standing, sir. I sincerely apologize for that.
It's quite alright, To be honest, it's refreshing to have people just notice me rather than notice the commander of the Dragon Guard.
Your directions were absolutely helpful.
I'm glad that I was able to help. But yes, Wolfguard would not exactly barge in here to introduce you unless there was a reason.
Well,
Or would you prefer me to... Before you can reply, he does look towards Wolfguard and said, or would you prefer me to use your true name, my lord? I think it would be acceptable in this case. They have been quite... I would say they're friends of mine, so yes.
we gave you a lift.
Well, you did more than that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I figured it out quite a while ago.
Yeah.
I see, well, yes, Lord Wolfcrony did fill me a little on your exploits.
So, where do we start? Do we
Well-
start at the end or do we start at the beginning?
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Lord Harrowmount possessed an orc, and through this orc, assaulted and poisoned my son Bolt with a poison that's from the elemental plane of fire.
Oh dear.
And no matter what we did, we couldn't heal him. We
Nice.
had a phoenix feather that reacted to the situation, and yeah, he basically burst into flames, and I thought he was gone. Then, well, matters proceeded as they were in the traditional orcish custom. Gramash spoke through the chieftain and gave me two options. The merciful option for the fellow who was possessed, but, by the way, to be clear, or the shameful option. Upon counsel from Squish, I went with the merciful option, and I was the executioner for this man.
You gave him a chance to have a blade in his hand.
Storm just nods somberly. Yes.
Believe me, you spared him and his family a lot of grief.
Well, I'm glad, I'm glad some good came of it. He just kind of, like, shrugs. Like, he's just, like, the whole thing just he didn't really feel anything. There was no satisfaction in that at all for him. But yes, Harrowmount through the orc made it clear that this little stunt was to dissuade us from meddling in the affairs of the fire giants. I suspect he's responsible for their leader's deathless sleep in some shape or form.
I was going to say, don't you mean King Angvin?
Yes.
Right, he's not the king. He's the king of the cloud giant.
Oops.
Yeah, but
Well, he's technically a storm giant, but well,
we have reason to believe that he's involved in all that. That he's involved in the unrest.
it is possible. The mages from the Academia Arcanum have been causing some difficulties the last few months, but I honestly thought it was teleportation experiments going a little awry. They've been trying to find new methods to use Aori. In fact, the only reason the fire giants even tolerate them is because they're able to shape the stuff.
And
It's got to be a huge mess.
You watch as Vedic gets up, walks over to a sword rack, and picks up a blade which seems to be made of porcelain. Just a shiny white material.
Well, that's certainly an interesting sword.
He hands it to you.
Okay.
Have a feel for it.
Okay. Storm accepts the blade and... Is there enough room to do a...
Pardon?
Is there enough room to do, like, a couple of experimental swings?
I would say once he steps back, yeah.
Okay, then that's what Storm will do, getting a feel for it.
This is one of the lightest blades you have ever held. And as you swing it, you can feel the energy vibrating in the air.
Ooh. This is an interesting feeling blade. So the air vibrates all around it.
That is what the fire giants would call an Aeorine blade.
Ah,
Normal steel treated with shaped Aeorine produces this unique weapon.
well, unique in what way? What are its special properties? Aside from feeling really good.
Put simply, it is able to attune itself to the element the wielder desires. It's similar in a way to our dragon blades, but much more adaptive.
Interesting.
Put simply, this blade basically is able to affect the weave around it,
Ha!
based upon the whim of its wielder.
That will come in handy for sure.
He very carefully takes it back from you and puts it on the rack again.
Ah,
This is
Is it as delicate as it looks?
Oh no, it's incredibly resilient.
Hmm.
It has to be if anything can go through it. In terms of elemental power.
And you're saying we
Nice.
could get more blades like this?
Well, the fire giants are rather hard to persuade.
the player gets the impression that Squish is going to try really hard.
Squish has had an idea. If she can't take Belvor from him, she's gonna try and replace it.
Oh, this is going to be a disaster.
Stop turning the light out! I'm still in the room!
Yeah, I know, that's why I turned off the light. So you can
Very
sit in
kind of-
darkness.
That kind of tilts his head a little. Well, I'm sure if you perform some service for them, they will consider granting you one.
Oh, we're definitely going to help them out. Purely just to spite Lord Harrowmount, if nothing else.
Well, I suppose I should probably fill you in more on what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good
What
idea.
Would be useful.
You watch as he goes under the table, fishes out a little file, places it down, and you see some what can only be described as sketches. Very good sketches. He gently slides one forward. This is Agvir, king of the Cloud Giant. A few weeks ago, he fought the Fire Giant King Driftheus in single combat, as is tradition. Driftheus was killed in the duel, and it is tradition that the Fire Giants present a piece of Aeorine stone to the victor. It's sort of their way of saying no hard feelings. However, the king's crown was stolen not long after, and as a result, something affected Agvir. He fell unconscious and has never not been able to wake up. It's been 3 weeks. His wife, Queen Merim, she believes that the Aeorine was in some way tainted, made to affect her husband somehow.
Mm. Is there any way we could confirm this?
The easiest way would be to climb to the top of the spire to speak with her personally, but I'm really not sure what she would do if you... Well, let's just say that she has inklings about where the crown may have gone.
Mm.
We do know that one of the Thieves Guild, a goblin named Ardeth Longfist, was in the area.
We happen. Okay, that's a cutie.
But, as I said, if you want to really get in the way and try and broker some sort of peace here, you would probably be better off speaking to Queen Brynna.
Queen of the Fire Giants.
Yes. She's Japhaius' eldest daughter, and consequently, she was his heir.
And
The two tribes.
known that fire giants can be a bit spiteful.
They have a tendency to be, but Agvir won the combat honorably. It was a fair fight, it was single combat, and the fire giants always respect that. In fact, short of parading one of their gods in front of them, you probably have a hard time persuading them of anything.
Why were they fighting in the first place? You said it was tradition?
It's more that the cloud giants and the fire giants have never gotten on.
So why?
Mainly because...
Their leaders fight a duel so they don't go to war?
Pretty much, yes.
That's actually kind of interesting then.
Yes, it's kind of a symbolic gesture. Just why hash it out with your people when you could just have a friendly fight, you know?
Yeah.
Get the aggression out that way.
Some call it a war by proxy.
Storm, I don't think it's really friendly if one of them ends up dead.
But yes, as I said, the best way to impress fire giants, short of parading one of their own gods in front of them, is to prove your prowess in combat.
Hey Storm, you fancy fucking up a fire giant?
I fancy fucking up a fire giant, yes.
I would advise caution, they are rather powerful warriors.
How big are fire giants?
About 5 times your size.
Squish clench
There.
your fingers.
I mean, I
have
even
no
look
idea
up
how
to
big
them.
that is.
At this point, Woodquin kind of leans out and goes, "There's a dragon. They're about the same size."
Oh. Oh.
Yes. And to be honest, me being here is not exactly going to help matters.
They don't like
Dragon.
dragons.
Yes, there's a very long history there. In fact, I doubt he'd be very happy. I doubt he'd be very happy to find 2 of us here.
Speaking of dragons, we've come across her.
You mean you came across Logragvir out there in the main ground?
Indeed.
She was pretending to be a druid.
Yep.
That would make sense. I did seal her in the form of an elf.
Not all elves are druids, though.
Oh no, but elves do have that predilection towards nature.
Yeah, a ton of rangers are
Yeah.
rangers.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. It's in the nature of the weave of this place.
Yeah. But, looks like she's interested in playing. Like, thinks she's playing a very big game.
That's typical of her.
Yeah, she got a real kick of watching me go a little bit loopy due to the green wrath.
Oh, yes, I probably should have told you about that. I do apologize. I didn't realize it I honestly thought you would be able to resist it.
He didn't expect it, so how should he know to resist? But that's in the past now.
You kinda hit me like one of those newfangled trains.
I do apologize. Regretfully, I am approaching 2,000 years old. My memory does slip a little.
Storm just shakes his head. No hard feelings. Worse things happened since then.
That is very much true, my friend.
Yeah.
But at least you've been able to resolve the conflict with the orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at
God,
least you
man.
stopped a genuine conflict between them.
We've stopped the escalation, yes.
Guaranteed they'll still have a little
Yeah,
fight.
that's what it is. Okay.
Pardon?
I guarantee you in a few weeks' time they'll be having a fight over who gets to take wives from which village, but that's just how they do things.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't want to make generalizations, but the impression I got is that's just orcs being orcs.
Pretty much. They're very boisterous and they're a lot of fun, but get on their wrong side and you will quickly learn.
Yeah. That you do. That you certainly do.
Right, unless I'm forgetting something, I think we've covered the basics.
Well, it will take us a few days to get you the supplies you'll need for climbing the mountain.
That's fine. We need a couple of days anyway for Bolt to recover.
Excellent. Well, anytime you wish to come by, just this point will takes the little disc off you and adds another one to the chain.
Huh. What does the second disc do?
Just show that to the guards on the gate. They'll let you in.
Oh, alright, understood.
Oh, look, a New York subway token. That
You
is
should be able to see it.
just kidding. I don't know what a subway is.
I would also warn you, there are a few other things you need to be aware of in the forest.
You mean outside of the gods currently hunting?
Yes, there are a couple of very interesting creatures.
We reduced the number of Triceratops up there a little bit.
Not quite what I was meaning. There is a race of insectoid people, the appointment. They have a hive somewhere in the forest. We've never been able to actually locate it, but they generally keep themselves to themselves. The other are the razorback crabs.
I'm
I have
sorry.
the feeling Orla's currently popping in and out. I don't know why.
Did I hear that right?
Yes,
Crabs?
yes. They're roughly the same size as the giants, and
Oh,
they mainly subsist on blood.
oh, the pinchman.
Ah, so we look rather juicy.
Yeah.
Yes, they are not that difficult to deal with, but I would be careful. The last thing you want to do is end up getting in a pinch.
That's not a joke, sir.
You just watch this. Just watch him smirk in a way that you can basically see his noble ancient dragon face.
Oh, he has glasses!
Of course he has glasses.
That was a terrible pun.
Well, it was a new joke to me, and 2,000 years ago, so
Look, you leave the dragon his dad jokes. And everything's fine.
but yes,
I'm just gonna
Go
assume that
recover.
Midnight is giggling his little head off.
Yes, he is.
Oh, stop sucking up.
But yes, go rest, enjoy the sights and sounds of the city.
Will do.
And I think we shall leave it there for this week.
Have
So-
a good day, sirs.
Play the game.
Not sure we haven't played it. I would say Sammy's immediate attempt to try and save Bolt.
Yeah, no, I'm giving it to Sammy because it
Same.
was A, precious, B, a sincerely fervent effort on Icy's part. I could just hear like him going over everything he could do, and I appreciate that, and so would Storm.
Yes, I was. I was frantically going over everything in my head that I could do.
Yes.
Oh,
Fail of the game.
Squish hiking the sword down the well, even though it wasn't going to do anything.
Yes, like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to accomplish here?
Just win Devillo.
Hoping
least you
he
got
was
that out of your
lying
system.
and just try and get rid of him, or if not, at least make him miserable for like the few seconds he was going to be in the well. She blames
Yeah,
the
he's a
sword
sod.
fully.
He's a sword, he can't feel anything.
Squish doesn't know that. It's talking, so it must be a living thing.
Any
We're talking
thoughts,
about
please?
Squish.
What was that, Jeremiah?
Any
I didn't say anything. The player was talking.
What did DerKork say then? Oh, hi, Lizzie.
It's Squish we're talking about. For Squish, gods are just powerful people.
Yep.
And talking blades are alive.
Yeah.
fair approximation.
When it was
It's neat.
shouting out and such like that, she was convinced that it was taking control of Storm and making him a lot more bloodthirsty than he should be. In that moment, he wasn't her kind-hearted, squishy kitty boy, so something was very wrong. And she refuses to believe that it was Storm who could be so callous. So therefore it must be the sword's fault.
Callous, you say, when he was put in a good position to choose this man's fate, and he gave him the preferable one.
Yeah.
Squish misunderstood. She thought Mercy was letting him live and leave.
Oh god, that's why. This is why this is happening now. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to set Squish straight, guys!
Any thoughts, theories, or ideas?
Thoughts? Yeah, this whole, like, Squish getting rid of Devillo thing is going to, it's gonna be awkward, I think.
That's why she's
Going to
gonna,
be interesting.
she's gonna try and get you a fancier sword that you will choose over Belvoir.
Yeah, thing is, he's kind of said something. He unfortunately said something to the cat god about taking care of Devillo.
Yes, Storm likes Devillo!
Devillo might be an arsehole, but at least he's a useful arsehole.
He's like Storm's asshole.
And honest. He's not liked a storm once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
Squish
the
never
input-
liked that sword from the start. Do you not remember how nervous she was about either Jeremiah or Storm accepting it?
Oh, absolutely.
She is convinced this thing is pure evil.
It is pure evil, but it's pure evil with rule.
Which
Yeah,
is the
She
worst.
doesn't
evil.
believe that. It's evil, therefore it lies.
And I'm getting flashbacks to a certain other campaign where the one who betrayed the party was the lawful good.
Yeah.
Ah, yes!
Yeah. But yeah, going down the list, it is a good night from Cork.
Good night, everyone. Wash your hands, wear a fucking mask, and be kind to one another.
A good night from Icy.
Not everyone.
A good night from Jurnis.
The sword is evil. Ah!
A good night from Kubar.
Good night, everybody. Love your eagle sons as much as you can, because you don't know when some asshole will take him away from you.
And a good night from me. Good night.
Good night.